What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90, and today it is finally time for the semi-finals of the World Cup. And it's sad to say that I predicted the England-France game perfectly. I predicted a 2-1 win to France, and to be fair, I think England were actually the better team. Difficult to look past England qualifying if Harry Kane buries that second penalty. With all the momentum, I would say the better play for the majority of the game. We had more shots on target, corners, less fouls, less yellow cards. We were dominating the game, but that little bit of quality from France shone through, and they got the 2-1 win that I sadly predicted. But I could not have foresaw Croatia knocking out Brazil and Morocco continuing to do the business, not conceding a goal from an opposition team, only an own goal against Canada for the entire tournament. Could they go all the way? Already the African team that have gone the furthest in World Cup history. We correctly predicted Netherlands double chance on both teams to score in the Argentina game, with Argentina qualifying, which I also thought was a very good shout. So let's see if we can do better in the semi-finals. I want to give a massive shout out to the new members of the TF90 Super Tipsters Members Club. If you do want to get involved with free tips and everything for members, now might be a good time, because the Premier League will return very, very soon, and we always have loads of fun with all those sort of leagues and everything like that over the Christmas period. We have Bill Clement, Sansa, Helio James, Dr. Camilla, Ayash Chowdhury, Payam Masood, Joshua Ike, and Paul in South Africa. So here we are on Subaru, and I just want to say we're having an absolutely amazing time. Now that we are into the semi-finals, I am in the top 1% of players predicting the World Cup worldwide. In the UK, I'm 155th out of 35,000 people in the UK. Here is the Bluebird Legend League. If you know him on YouTube, they do predictions as well, and we're currently top of that league as well. So literally top 1%. So you stick 100 random people in a room that are predicting the World Cup, I am the best out of those 100 people. That's what the top 1% means. We took a big leap with the exact French score prediction and Netherlands drawing with Argentina. But now there are two, and it is going to be challenging. My dream final, of course, would have been Argentina versus England, because for me, it's kind of like a win-win. England win the World Cup, absolute scenes. Argentina win the World Cup, you got to be happy for Messi, because it's not like Messi has been, you know, carried through this tournament and then they won it. Like, I know I'm a Messi fan over Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's amazing, second best player ever. But in the Euros where he won, he didn't exactly carry Portugal to that victory. He didn't even play for the majority of the final. Obviously, nothing you could do about that. But Messi has single-handedly led his team through this tournament, and I hope the very best for him. And I actually think that Argentina can get the job done against Croatia. Croatia aren't winning. They're not winning games. I mean, if this goes to a penalty shootout, you've just got to put your money on Croatia, really. Then again, Emi Martinez in net, just emoting. Just absolutely hilarious. I think Argentina are going to qualify. My tip for you for this tie, however, is going to be draw half-time. I think it's going to be a cagey first half. Under 0.5 first half goals is actually 2.2, so 0-0 at half-time. That's definitely shout. I'm going for second half heroics, like against Poland as well for Argentina. I think Mexico as well, possibly. I think Argentina are going to get the job done. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. I think Croatia cannot keep drawing games and progressing through the tournament. Like, they beat Canada. Great, fantastic. They drew with Morocco. Not a bad result. Drew with Belgium. Not a bad result. Drew with Japan. I predicted that would end 1-1 anyway. And they drew with Brazil. That was a good result, of course. But I think Argentina are going to get the job done. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. And I think that goal... See, I want to say from Lionel Messi, especially because it could be a penalty, but something's telling me that Lautaro Martinez might finally get a goal, because he should have scored a lot more in this tournament. I tell you one thing as well, speaking of the Members Club, I gave a tip before the tournament started for Argentina to win the World Cup and Kylian Mbappe to win the Golden Boot. Argentina are currently second favourites to do so behind France. Kylian Mbappe is currently leading the race. The odds of that was 67. 67. So if you chucked a tenner on it, you would have got 670 quid. Should Mbappe get the Golden Boot and Argentina win? Could happen. Of course, the main thing stopping that, I personally think, would be France to win the final. I think in terms of what final I would like, the only one I wouldn't like is France-Croatia. We've already had that. France are still a way better team, and it would literally be a carbon copy of the 2018 final, just probably with fewer goals. I want one of Argentina or Morocco to make the finals. I think Argentina-Morocco final, now that England are out, would be amazing for me, because I think it's a brilliant story either way. I think every single story is great except France win. If France win the World Cup, great, back-to-back World Cup wins. It is what it is. If Argentina win, Messi gets his first World Cup, happy days. If Croatia win, first World Cup, happy days. If Morocco win, first World Cup, happy days. So, I'll tell you what, Luka Modric, man, he's got to be getting in the conversation with one of the best midfielders of all time, right? He's actually unbelievable. timeless. But regardless, I'm going for Argentina to qualify. Draw at halftime, 1.9. Next up, it is France up against Morocco. Morocco have been super solid in defense. They beat Portugal 1-0. They drew with Spain 0-0. Canada 2-1. That was an own goal. They beat Belgium 2-0, and they drew with Croatia 0-0. So absolutely solid. And France, however, we can ignore the L against Tunisia. We can ignore that. But they've conceded in every single win. They've conceded against England, conceded against Poland, conceded against Denmark, conceded against Australia. And I don't think they're going to concede here. I don't. I think Morocco are going to try and do what they've always done, keep it tight defensively. They are very good defensively, but France are better than every single team that Morocco has played in these 5 games. And I think that level up, the same thing that saw France beat England 2-1, is going to be able to get them a goal. And I think Morocco are actually going to be a little bit shell-shocked, and I think that it's going to happen in the first half. I think that is quite a big shout, to be honest. Not as big of a shout as saying Morocco qualified to the final, but I don't think that's going to happen. So my score's going to be 2-0. And the reason I say this is because I think France are going to grab the lead before half-time. And once that's the case, Morocco are then chasing the game. If you look at all of these fixtures here, they were never chasing the game. They've never been... they might have been behind against Canada. I'm not entirely sure when that goal went in, but it's Canada, you know what I mean? Like, they've never had to chase the game, but I think against France they will. They'll concede 1 goal, and then in trying to get an equaliser, because they then have to, they will have to open up, and that's when France can deliver the killer second goal. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to France. My tip is France half-time, full-time at 2.37. I think France will know that they do not want this to go to the last half an hour. If it gets to the 60-minute mark and Morocco haven't conceded, you might as well just start the penalty shootout. You know what I mean? So I think France are going to come out the blocks flying when they've got the energy. Morocco might just get caught sleeping one time. I know that's a big call to say again because of how good they've been defensively in this tournament, but I think if France get 1-0 up at halftime, they could double their lead, make it 2-0 full time. And I guess with that being said, it would be an Argentina-France final. So that's going to do it for my semi-final predictions. Those are the ways that I see it going. I think ultimately, surely, the quality prevails. The favourites continue. We've had upsets in the round of 16, upsets in the semi-final. I think to sandwich the semi-final, we have the favourites in the quarter-final and the favourites, you know, going to the final. I think that makes more sense. Croatia could definitely knock out Argentina. And who knows, we might see a surprise from Morocco, but I think Argentina and France are going to get the job done and that they will be the final playing on Sunday. So that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, drop a like. Let me know your predictions, any controversial picks down in the comments below. That is going to do it from me, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.